Hola y bienvenido al episodio 7 de Stories de Path of Destiny. En el video anterior nos quedamos que o el Reinaldo mataba al sapo él mismo o mandaba a Zenobia a hacerlo.
Reinaldo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek, how soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renata grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renata came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
Bueno, solamente hubo un comentario que en verdad no hubo, pero me lo enviaron por Messenger, que fuera yo y matara a
You're lying, she said. Somehow you're lying. The spell hadn't worn off yet. He had to tell the truth. The trick was in making sure she wouldn't believe it. The core is perfectly safe, he said. And he tried his hardest to sound sincere. So is the Iblistone. In fact, I was trying to get them myself. Fine then, interrogators it is, she said angrily. I gave you a chance. The Emperor's interrogators were not especially gentle, even by weasel standards. Fortunately, Zenobia had locked him in the guest quarters on her ship, and she'd forgotten it had a toilet that, like all skyship toilets, could be vented into the abyss. This was not the sort of slippery fox he wanted to be. But just as they were about to land, he threw the latch, wrinkled his nose, and leapt through the open latrine.
Bueno, ¿por qué se habrá tirado? Yo no sé, porque la misión era ir a matarlo, pero...
At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much. Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial outpost. She'd never expect him to go there by himself. Well, maybe she would. You never knew with her. I'll just have a dash, thought Renata.
A ver. Ya tengo todas las espadas, ahora hay que empezar a mejorarlas.
The mysterious sword from the east made you so fast you could catch a fly with your chopsticks. If that's what you really wanted.
Ok, la primera vez que me voy por ahí. No me digas que esquivé todo el camino haciendo eso, lol. No, lo sigo haciendo, es que automáticamente cuando vendo el cuadrado 2 veces le da un cantazo a los paros, eso.
Fresh socks, thought Renato. Please be fresh socks.
No hay nada. No, mierda.
Renato knew Zenobia, and Zenobia knew him. She'd suspected a trick. Now he'd vanished. She would probably guess that was his plan all along. Perfect. Maybe she wouldn't use the Sky Ripper. At least not without taking it to the scientists at the observatory first. Meanwhile, the Emperor would be coming to the outpost personally. This could be good.
No me importa mejores tesoros porque como quiera recibo lo mismo. Resistencia, estoy bien con eso. Y ahora estoy bien. Sí, ese era el cofre que yo estaba en el episodio 2. Dame el cofre. Ahí. Eso es de Dios, pero eso no es de Dios, ya no sé. Y ahora se acaba esto. Ahora hay una cinemática.
Renato was face to face with the Emperor's bodyguard. They looked
Clase
very
de
tough,
pájaros
but
de
the Emperor
madre.
held them back.
Oh, where's my daughter?
And how would I know that? Renato grinned at him.
She lured me here so that you could kill me, didn't she?
Ah, don't be ridiculous, said Renato, trying his best to sound convincing. She loves you.
Oh, I knew it. The rabbit told me I couldn't trust her.
The Emperor hopped out the door. His phalanx of bodyguards retreated carefully. Renato heard someone call, "Arrest her!" as they left. Well, that's a job well done, thought Renato. Now the fleet would be in all sorts of disarray. But maybe he could find her in the mountains. She always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world. Maybe he could even turn her against her father. Or maybe he could reap the benefits of the chaos he had sown. It was time to report to the Rebel Council, and then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet.
Como sé que a este no le importó que Zenobia lo hiciera, lo intentara matar, así que me voy por el otro que no tenga que ver con ella.
Renato was very proud of himself. He told the Empire everything, but now they didn't believe anything, and it looked like the Emperor didn't trust his daughter anymore either. There were some advantages to having a slippery reputation, weren't there? Renato wondered if he'd really fooled the Empire. He guessed he'd know soon enough. If the skies darkened with 1,000 dropships, then he'd know the Empire believed his map at the Rebel base's secret location. He certainly seemed to be looking for it. There were ravens everywhere. But where weren't there ravens these days?
Dame eso. El de Dios.
He'd missed his old skills.
Necesito más energía para poder usar la espada bastante. Esa no es la que quiero, subirme un poco la vida. ¿Qué cosa? Esos cuervos son humanos, pero estos que están aquí no son humanos. Diga, humanoides. Jeguero. Necesito energía y vida.
In mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
Hmm. ¿Cuál será el camino? Yo no sé, pero me voy por acá. Me dio, pero no me molestó porque logré matar el pájaro explosivo ese.
See? It was actually very fine weather, except for the occasional shower of ravens. And no one was burning the ruins down with the mighty power of a god's eye. If the Empire believed anything he said, they certainly weren't showing it.
Ay, la madre, no vi ese. El mamón. Ay, mi vida.
Malo hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to kill them.
Ay, madre. Me cago allí. No más. Eso porque le pasó por el frente. Ya no voy a pelear con el último, con la mierda. Quiero pelear ya con los pájaros esos gigantes.
So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Ay, madre, voy a morir. Me reto a mí mismo a morir. No, ya morí.
Dying?
Reto mal hecho, XD.
I'm the hero.
Me voy a deshacer de los paros de fuego. Ay, la madre, me hicieron un combo. Así no se juega. No. Voy a eliminar el pájaro. Voy a tirar el pájaro explosivo hacia ellos y ya. Ay, Dios mío.
He thought.
Estos paros mal hechos. Vamos a tomarlo. Me cago en todas esas cosas más rápido que Flash. Mira, mira, estaba preparando para matarme. ¡Mierda! Qué lindo morir 4 veces en un episodio. Yo soy demasiado estratégico para este juego.
Could beat Renato at hot potato.
Al fin. Putas mal hechas.
Renato felt a little better.
Necesito que me salga vida. Otra gema. Ah, Treasure Hunter 2. No me gusta Treasure Hunter, solamente da un 1% y ahora va a dar 2%.
As he told his hilarious adventures to the rebel council, he began to realize they weren't laughing, just staring at him with those big bug eyes.
Zenobia let you escape?
Asked the speaker.
How do we know you're not a double agent?
Then I wouldn't tell you about her at all.
Maybe you're trying to sound like an idiot, so we don't realize how clever you are.
Croaked the speaker. No, I promise you, I really am that much of an idiot. Renato was about to say when a half-dozen Imperial ships began to bomb the base.
He's betrayed us!
Croaked the toads, and Renato decided it would be good to be somewhere else. He boarded the Farfarer and got out of there. The wind ruffled Renato's fur the wrong way. So, the rebels thought he was lying too? Because a half-dozen lousy dropships that probably just tripped over the rebel base? Okay, technically, he had betrayed its location, but not willingly. And he'd made up for it, hadn't he? Then, something exploded. A cannon shot. The Farfarer plunged out of the clouds. The rebels had hit his ship. As the Farfarer plummeted towards the abyss, he launched himself into the sails of an Imperial ship.
Bueno, disfrútense otro episodio de 25 minutos porque no puedo hacer nada.
It had been a beautiful ship, and fast. It could do the Kestrel run in 12 furlongs, so the salesman had told him. He would show them. He would be the hero of the final battle. They'd know whose side he was on then. That's what it meant to be a hero. To go on fighting, even when both sides were trying to kill you.
Vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
What's there?
Uy. Y a mucha vida, eso es bueno. Ya, elemental. Ah, esto está bueno. Yo te quiero. Ok.
Renato wondered
Ahí está.
idly if people who had built these poles had really long tentacles. See? Rebels were fighting ravens everywhere, and not a super weapon in sight. No one was summoning giant murder birds out of the clouds. There were no locusts, no rain of fire.
Qué bien.
Something blew up nearby, and Renato decided it was not time to stop and ponder. Just as well, he liked acting much better than pondering. I think this is yours, said Renato, but he couldn't hear his enemy's answer.
Ya me metí dentro de la caja. Soy mágico.
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. It would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
Y ya estamos llegando al final de nuevo. Y yo creo que no he hecho un final así, pero creo que los malditos rebos matan al rey y me matan a mí después. Mira. No. Tengo que dejar de hacer grab. ¡Mierda! Al fin uso la habilidad y me violan como quiera. Yo creo que es eso que me van a matar los propios rebeldes.
Finally, Renato reached the Emperor's ship, and there he saw a strange sight. Zenobia being led in shackles by Lapino with a squad of ravens. What? Lapino was working with the ravens? Was he some sort of traitor? Of course Lapino was working with the ravens. But the Emperor still thought Zenobia was a traitor? Renato felt oddly bad about that. Should he run down there and rescue her? Oh, but she was the enemy. Then he heard a whistling sound. He looked straight up and saw a rebel ship. It was dropping rather large bombs. One of them kept getting bigger as it fell. Huh? Oh.
Oh.
And just like that, he was alive again. And back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. Still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, and he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
Bueno, tenemos el Story 1, el 2 y el 3. Mira, el 15, el 3 y el 1. Necesitamos hacer estos de aquí o uno de estos de acá, que sería el Core o Zenobia. Así que para la próxima intenté elegir algo que tenga que ver con Zenobia o el Core.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced, or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Sí. Díganme, para el próximo episodio, pues ya ustedes saben los outcomes, que son Lapino, Sky Reaper y el templo. Y todas las opciones tienen a ir a donde Zenobia o a buscar el core. Así que digamos ustedes para el próximo episodio. Bueno, denle like si les gustó el video, suscríbanse para más y los veo en la próxima. Bye.